Just like ignorance and laziness can be handed down from generation to generation, so can the spirit of the Mamba. But that process begins with the psychological programming of a child's mind and finishes with the examples that we give them to model behind. I was having a conversation with my son, Lil Jojo, in the car. We had some of our best times there. We talk, we freestyle, we listen to music, and I'm gonna talk about some of the things we discuss, because if you pay attention, you can learn a lot from children, because their perception is innocent and pure. I asked him if he knew the difference between talent and skill, and he replied he thought they were the same. And then I corrected him. I told him, although they are in the same family, talent is the natural ability to conceive ideas or perform an act. But the application of that act usually requires the development of a skill through work and practice. I gave him the example of Kobe. He may have been naturally good at distance perception and understanding angles, which would make throwing the basketball through a hoop easier to him than it was for people who didn't have that ability. But dribbling, running up and down the court for 45 minutes, or being able to understand the strategy of the game of basketball had to be worked at. There are tons of basketball players that could shoot their ass off, but they didn't work at the other shit, or didn't work seriously at basketball at all. Therefore, the talent by itself isn't enough without the work of developing the skill. A person might be a good cook, but they can't be a good chef or a caterer if they don't have the knowledge needed to know the right temperature to put the food at so that it can be served safely. Or if they can't do the math needed to multiply or subtract ingredient amounts of recipes in order to prepare meals for large groups of people. If they don't do it right, the taste of the dish would be affected, right? Skill is necessary. At the moment, he wants to be a good artist. I told him, if that's what he truly wants, then he needs to have the Mamba mentality regarding it. Instead of watching TV, draw. Instead of wanting to go to your friend's house, draw. Instead of playing video games, draw. Instead of watching YouTube videos of other kids playing video games, draw. Or watch YouTube videos of artists drawing and learn their techniques. He listened, he's 9, and he drew this after only sketching for a few months. If he were to keep doing that with the same effort, by the time he was 24, how good would that nigga be? This is what I asked him. And then a light bulb went off in his head. It's like he all of a sudden realized that being great was up to him, like he felt empowered. And he was, because he realized that his greatness was under his control. His personality changed after that. He gained self-esteem. The better he became at his art, the more he believed he could be better. Each time he improved, the more confidence he had that he could be a great artist. You see how that works? I never told him that he couldn't be a great artist. I simply made him aware that he would have to work and sacrifice for that goal. And now he draws at an extraordinary level for a 9-year-old. He made that decision.
D-Raw, Young Kobe, I'm 24, nigga Young Kobe, I'm 24, that's Young Kobe, I'm king in LA, Young Kobe, got